Good morning to everybody, and welcome to another Chit Chat with the Garretts. This morning, I want to talk about something that for a long time I didn't think I was very opinionated on, which I know is a shock to a lot of you guys because I usually have an opinion, but it's about hair care and beauty, and the topic is, should you discuss your beauty changes and choices with your spouse before you make them? Like, whether that be like whether you install weave, whether you get a drastic haircut, how much makeup you put on, blah blah blah. And so what I've learned is I have become very opinionated on the way Brittany looks and how she chooses to do her hair, and not in a controlling way, but just in what I prefer. And so my answer is yes. I think you should talk to your spouse, your significant other, before you make any changes. Like, so for instance, and I'm not just saying just for women either, like if I was gonna go and cut off the patented curl,
I always tell him no, he cannot cut his curls.
I feel like I would need to talk to my wife about it first, because that's one of her favorite things about me is my hair. So and it was hard for me when I first started dating you, because I was a very simplistic, my mom and sister never really got weave or hair color, and you grew up in a household with a beautician, and so you changed hair all the time, and
every 2 weeks.
And I just didn't. I don't know. Sometimes I didn't like it.
And we had to figure this out along our journey, because I used to tell him all the time, I'm so used to switching up my hair that I don't think twice about it. It doesn't faze me one bit. I like to try new things. I don't like having the same old boring hair or haircut. He just basically liked flat iron, wrap, that's it, brown, black hair, that's it. So it did cause a lot of conflict, and at first I couldn't understand, like, why are you so worried about it? It's my hair. But
then the other thing that I pointed out to you, and I think that's important for people to understand in relationships, is your spouse is a representation of you and your family, and what y'all think. Because, for instance, Brittany used to always want to dye her hair bright pink, and I'd be like, no way. Like, you're somebody's mom, you're my wife. I can't have you out here with bright pink hair. And yeah, it might look okay, and she'll probably be pretty in it, because a lot of times the stuff she chooses is pretty. But at the end of the day, you're still my representation, and I have to make sure that you fit a mold that I agree with.
And this is not to say that anybody else isn't okay with that. Like, somebody's husband may be okay with them dyeing their hair bright pink, and that's fine and dandy. We're just saying that you just have to make sure your spouse is okay with your choices. I mean, all the time we say to each other, you a grown person, you're a grown man, you're a grown woman, you're gonna do what you want to do at the end, but it's nice to keep your spouse's opinion and thoughts into consideration when making these changes. And to me, it just makes for a more peaceful household. Like, bright pink hair isn't worth my husband being mad at me for however long.
Or not liking the way you look either.
Right.
Like the other day, Brittany has recently got really into makeup, and she's been putting on makeup every day. But to me, it got to a point where it was just a little bit too much. Like, for me, my wife is very beautiful, and I wanted to make sure that she wasn't just caking on makeup for the sake of caking on makeup. And we sat down and had a conversation about it, what I liked, what I didn't like. And we together found a medium ground that I think we both think looks a lot cleaner and a lot better. Now, do I love makeup? No. Do I think she needs it? No. But I understand that she likes it, and I understand that it does accentuate some of her features. So I'm okay with it when it's applied lightly and sparingly. And this is just a conversation we had to have.
And, I like the whole putting on makeup. I like doing it, the highlighting, the contouring, everything like that. But, when my husband pleaded his case and said that, you know, he don't think that I need it. He don't think that I need to go that far, everything like that. I dumbed it down a lot, and I took away some things, you know, and we got to a point where he was like, this is what I like. And I'm like, okay, I can get with this. Like, this is cool. Take some time off my daily routine. That's cool with me too. So it's like, I don't think it was him being like, oh, I don't want you wearing that. You can't wear that. Like, it wasn't like a controlling thing. It was just an agreement. We reached an agreement, and I think that's what you have to do. If you're at two opposite ends of the spectrum, I feel like you just have to work together to get to that middle ground. And we still toss back and forth about weave. I mean, that's still a daily thing. Every time, you know, it's time for it, it's a daily struggle about weave. But at the end of the day, I like it for me, and I think he understands that. That's
a whole nother conversation. But then also, this question stemmed from something we saw online. Should you talk to your boyfriend or husband before you cut your hair off short or make a big chop? And my answer is heck yes. Like I said, you can't make any drastic changes to your appearance without talking to your husband first. Like, I know that I'm not saying that he can even change your mind. Like, he might still go through with it, but he needs to be aware. Like, if y'all go to bed and you got long flowy hair, and then you wake up and you got a tennis ball, it's not gonna add up, man. Y'all need to have a conversation about this and make sure at least he's aware. And hopefully you take his opinion into consideration. So let us know what you think, man. You know, we're almost at work, so talk to us below in the comments. Do you need to communicate your beauty decisions? Do you think that's over the top? Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I want y'all to have a great day, man. Be good. Peace.
Oh, I'm sorry. Just an update on the ring. I got my ring back. What did they do? Nothing. All they did was fix the stone.
Well,
so
that's something.
I mean,
anyway,
I guess
this is another video, man, because I'm sick of this ring.